Small things you can do to give your life a 2000s edge. 1. Buy a CD player and obviously use it. You don't need to buy a brand new one. Just go to your local thrift or a one close to you. They shouldn't cost anything above $25, because that's fairly cheap. Compared to new ones that cost $50 to $100. The old ones has the 2000 look since they were made in that era, which makes it even more authentic. If you are planning to buy one, I recommend that you test play it at the thrift to see that it works. Also, be careful when you use them. I don't recommend switching the settings on the CD player. I did it with my new CD player and it f***ed up, so it stopped working for a while, and then it only worked on the setting that chooses random songs. But right now, for the moment being, it thinks backwards or work backwards. Basically, when I press the stop, it plays the music, and when I press play, it stops. So be careful. But when it comes to the CDs that you use for the CD player, it's much easier. You don't need to spend money on a bunch of different CDs. You could just burn them yourself, but only for your own usage, because it's illegal to sell burnt music that isn't your own. Anyhow, burning CDs isn't really complicated when you learn how to do it. You simply record the songs, change the files to MP3, then you send them to your computer, place the CD in, open the program of your choice, choose the list lineup, and press burn. Then you have your CD. Then you can personalize it. You can customize the front of the CD, the CD holder, however you want. If you were around in the 2000s to 2011 and saw a parent or sibling burning CDs when you were a kid, you probably have an idea on how to do it. So it isn't as complicated compared to if you haven't seen someone else do it. I personally love it. Whenever I read the Twilight book, I put my CD player on and put a CD in with songs that are giving cozy fall vibes and that I associate with fall, and that I also associate with Twilight. It's such a vibe. Something I'm really excited about is burning a CD with me and my friends' favorite songs, and then we're gonna personalize the CD case front. So then whenever we hang out at my place and want some 2000s-esque vibes, we just put it on the CD player. 2. But if you don't want a CD player, you could just buy a vintage iPod, since they were big in the 2000s. Both of choices are good since they were typically used in the 2000s and makes you use your phone less. It also feels more intimate compared to when you use Spotify on your phone. 3. Using a digital camera. It's so fun. It makes the moment feel even more in the moment, since you don't use your phone and only use the camera to take a picture or record, compared to when you use a phone where you use it for multiple things. It also feels more genuine, since you and the people around you let loose and relax more when you record and take a picture on the camera. It also feels so special when you have to spend your time downloading the pictures to a computer or print them out. And if you're using a camera, I recommend having like a 2000s mindset, if you even can call it that, or use it in a 2000s way, like they wrote on BuzzFeed, where the writer wrote. And lastly, you didn't have or take photos of everything you did. First, you'd have to carry a camera with you all time. Second, photos were expensive to print, so you really didn't waste taking pics of moments that didn't matter. 4. Putting pictures in frames in your room or around the home. It makes the moment the pictures were taken even more valuable, because let's be for real, how often do we actually look through our photos on the phone? Probably not that often for most of us. So, when we put pictures in frames that we place in our rooms, we see it every day and cherish the moments and the photos even more. We show how much we value them, the people in the photos as well, which is what people used to do in the 2000s. Obviously, they used picture books as well for the memories and moments they loved that they wanted to cherish. You don't need an actual picture printer. You could just use a usual one with average paper. It works. You just have to choose the right size so it fits for the frames. Then you just decorate your room with them. 5. Use SpaceHey. SpaceHey is a space on the internet where you can meet new people, blog, join forums, join groups, and some more. Basically, it's like the old MySpace. The website doesn't have the same algorithm like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest. You have to search and dive to find what you are interested in, which is a nice change. People there also seem more genuine with their thoughts, since you don't get paid to sponsor or support companies like some influencers do on other platforms. You can also customize your profile site however you want. You just need to code. 6. Buy a CD movie or rent, if it's still even possible in your area, for a movie night with your friends or a loved one. In the 2000s, before streaming services like Netflix, you obviously couldn't just watch whatever movie you wanted unless you owned it. So go to a store that rents or sells CD movies and buy it, if possible. If not, you could also go to a local thrift and buy a movie there. They're probably even cheaper. And don't use your phones unless you need to take a call, message, or get on the bus or something. It makes the feeling more real. Obviously, you could just rent a movie online, but that's not the same thing as when you're going to the store to rent or buy a movie there, because then you're in for a surprise, not knowing what movie you can choose. It also feels more intimate, because you're more in the moment, I guess you could say. 7. Watching music videos with your friends on the TV. Before, you had to watch MTV if you wanted to see a music video before YouTube. Me and my friend, we did this randomly a few days ago, I think. And it was just such a vibe, and it was so fun. I recommend it, and you totally should do it too. And obviously, it doesn't have to be on a TV, of course, but the vibes are gonna come through even more if you're doing it on a TV. When you're doing this, don't use your phones. I saw this woman on TikTok who was a teen in the 2000s. She said, if you want to experience life more like the 2000s, you and your friends should leave your phones downstairs. Then listen to some music and talk. If you want to show pictures, don't. Explain them instead. 8. Read physical magazines. This is something I want to do, but I don't really think I can, but I recommend it. Unfortunately, the new magazines have turned boring, with boring designs and color choices. Many magazines have also turned digitalized, so it's kind of hard to find fun magazines. Of course, Vogue exists, but not everyone are interested in fashion. Some might just want to read celebrity gossip. Of course, I'm interested in fashion, but I also want to read about celebrity gossip and do fun quizzes.
but you could always buy old ones if possible. 9. Be offline.
In the 2000s, people didn't live online, if you get what I mean. People had to wait for a time each day to watch music videos, TV shows, and news. They couldn't use MySpace or the internet whenever they wanted, because if someone talked on a phone that is connected to the landline, they couldn't use the internet at the same time. Most people didn't even have a flip phone in the beginning because they were expensive, and they had a limited amount of texts and calls each month because the costs of each call and message was expensive.
On BuzzFeed, they wrote, if you hung out with your friends at your house, you were probably just sitting around watching TV, playing video games, talking, or listening to music while reading magazines. Honestly, you probably wouldn't go online unless you wanted to talk on AIM with a crush and needed your friends to tell you what to say. So try not to let your time slip away by scrolling hours and hours on social media. Try to be creative and find something else to do. You could inspire your friend or two to do the same. Then you guys can do some 2000s things together, you know? 10. Have a fun sleepover with your friends where you don't use your phones, except for when it's necessary, of course, in the 2000s way, like you see in the movies. Paint your nails together, do each other's hair, play some dress up, have dance-offs, wear fun face masks, play truth or dare, prank call people, read magazines, have pillow fights, and gossip. Buy a fake 90s landline phone for calls if you want it to feel more lived in. You just connect it with your normal phone, you know, the Bluetooth ones, but only buy it if you actually are gonna use it often. Otherwise, it's just a waste of money and leads to wasteful overconsumption, which isn't cool.
11. Watch 2000s TV shows, but only one episode a day each week. Watch the episodes the same time they used to air. Here are some of the days and times popular 2000s TV shows should have aired. Season 1 of the OC aired at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, while Season 2 to 4 aired on Thursday at 9 p.m. and One Tree Hill aired at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. But it is said that the OC aired earlier in the evening. The Simple Life aired on Tuesday nights, but at what time it aired isn't said. I basically can't find it. Skins aired on Thursdays at 10 or 11 p.m. Laguna Beach aired on different times and days. Season 1 aired on Tuesdays, while Season 2 aired on Mondays, and Season 3 aired on 10 p.m. They aired around basically 10 p.m. The first 11 to 13 episodes of The Vampire Diaries aired on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Since the first half of the season aired from September to December of that year, I count those episodes in because it was in 2009. The Hills aired on Mondays at 10 p.m. If you have better knowledge on when the TV shows were airing and what time and days, comment in the comment section below.